Hello, welcome to my channel StuckFiles. Today let's discuss about why it sucks to be a shooting guard. Being a shooting guard sounds like a dream job, right? You're the scorer, the playmaker, the one with the green light to take the big shot. Fans expect highlights, game winners, and buckets on demand. It's the position of legends. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. Icons who shaped not just basketball, but sports culture itself. Who wouldn't want to walk in their shoes? But that's the thing, that you're not just walking in their shoes. You're trying to fill them. And that's where the nightmare begins. Because being a shooting guard in today's game kind of sucks. Behind the glamour is a role that's misunderstood, misused, and often mistreated. That you're stuck between being a superstar and a scapegoat. That you're expected to be the engine and the spark plug. All without missing a beat. One bad game. You're washed. One bad season, you're replaced. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on why the shooting guard, once the crown jewel of basketball, is now one of the most thankless, pressured, and confusing positions in the sport. This is StuckFiles, and this is why it sucks to be a shooting guard. Section 1, stuck between two worlds. The shooting guard is supposed to be the ultimate scorer. That's what the name implies. Shooting is your job. But in today's game, that definition has been completely flipped. Modern offenses are built around ball-handling point guards, spacing big men, and versatile wings and S. Oh, where does that leave the traditional two-guard? Some teams want you to be a 3 and D specialist, camp in the corner, and shoot threes. Others expect you to be a secondary ball handler, run the offense when the point guard sits. And some just want you to get out of the way entirely. It's role confusion on steroids. One night, you're asked to carry the scoring load. The next, you're told to just play your role. And no matter what, you're still expected to guard the opposing team's best perimeter player. Shooting guard today are stuck between being alpha scorers and glue guys. Not quite the star, but still blamed when things go wrong. Not the point guard, but expected to make smart decisions. Not the small forward, but asked to switch on a 6 feet 9 inches wings and hold your own. It's a position with identity issues that you're not the engine, not the anchor. You're the in-between. And that in-between comes with chaos, pressure, and zero margin for error. Section 2, the shadow of legends. No other position in basketball lives in the shadow of its past like the shooting guard. Because when you play the 2, you're not just compared to the guy across from you. You're compared to Jordan, Kobe, Wade, Iverson, legends who redefine dominance. And now, you're expected to measure up or shut up. IT doesn't matter if you're an efficient role player or an elite scorer in your own right. Fans and analysts will still ask, yeah, but can he close like Kobe? Is he clutch like MJ? Does he have that dog in him? It's not enough to be good. You have to be iconic or you're irrelevant. And this isn't just about fan expectations that IT seeps into media narratives, team management, even contract negotiations. If you're not putting up 25 plus points, leading fourth quarters, and locking up defenders like Prime Wade, you're not considered a real shooting guard, that you're just a placeholder. The psychological weight of living in that shadow is exhausting, that you're constantly performing under a microscope, constantly compared to unattainable greatness. Even when you play your role perfectly, you're criticized for not being a killer. Even when you sacrifice for the team, you're labeled soft for not taking over. No other position demands you become a myth. And most players, they break under the pressure. Because here's the ugly truth. The bar for shooting guards was set by gods. But today's guards, they're still human. Section 3. The physical burnout. Being a shooting guard isn't just a skill test. It's a grind on your body every single night, that you're chasing the fastest players on the court, running through endless screens, fighting through contact, staying locked in on defense for 35 plus minutes. And on the other end, you're expected to score at will, hit contested threes, finish at the rim, absorb contact, and get back on defense like you're not already gassed. You're the engine and the fire extinguisher. You create offense and stop it. There's no break. No easy minutes, no time to coast. Unlike point guards who can slow the pace and control tempo, or big men who stay closer to the rim, shooting guards cover the most ground per possession. You run off-ball actions like Klay Thompson, defend wings like Jimmy Butler, and carry scoring loads like Booker or Mitchell, sometimes all in one game. And here's the kicker. You don't always get help if your big can't switch or your point guard's undersized. Guess what? You're guarding the best player and expected to drop 25. This constant physical exertion, it wears you down fast. Just look at the career arcs. Most shooting guards peak young, then hit the wall by 30.y because their bodies break down knees, ankles, groins, backs, the very things they rely on, speed, elevation, lateral quickness, disappear before they hit their mid-30s dot. And unlike centers who can age into veteran leadership, or point guards who evolve into floor generals, a shooting guard who loses a step, he's replaceable quickly in the league's most physically unforgiving role. Burnout isn't just a possibility, it's inevitable. Section 4. The psychological toll. Being a shooting guard is like walking a tightrope. With no safety net, that you're stuck in a position where you're expected to score like a star, but treated like your easily replaceable .1 bad shooting night. You're cold. Washed. Overrated .1 missed defensive assignment. You're a liability that you're under constant scrutiny, not just from coaches or fans, but from your own team. Because the moment you stop producing, they've got two more athletic 22-year-olds behind you ready to take your spot. And it's not just the performance pressure. It's the identity trap that you're not the main ball handler. So you're not running the show, that you're not the big. So you don't anchor the defense, that you're this weird in-between. A star, but not the star. You carry the offensive burden, but you're not the franchise face. You play the second fiddle and get the blame first. Fans compare you to legends like Kobe, MJ, Wade, but your coach wants you to play within the system. You're expected to be efficient like Klay, explosive like Edwards, crafty like Beal, all at once. That kind of pressure messes with your head. You start second-guessing your game. Oh, I shoot? Do I pass? Should I force it? Should I defer? And when you're stuck in a slump, when your shots aren't falling and the critics are circling like vultures, the psychological weight becomes crushing. Many shooting guards suffer from confidence issues, performance anxiety, or burnout. Not because they lack talent, but because they're never allowed to just play it out. You're either hot or benched, a hero or a problem, and no in between. No grace. This role doesn't just demand skilled, it demands mental toughness few truly understand. While fans chant your name one night, they'll trade you in their fantasy league the next. That's the cold mental grind of being a shooting guard. You're constantly proving yourself. And even then, it's never enough. Section 5, role confusion and team dynamics. Being a shooting guard in today's game is like being caught in a perpetual identity crisis. Are you a scorer, a secondary ball handler, a 3 and D wing, or all of the above? Some nights, you're expected to drop 25 points and close the game. Other nights, you're told to space the floor and let the offense come to you. One coach wants aggression. The next one benches you for taking too many shots. There's no defined blueprint anymore. Not like the past when shooting guards had clear, dominant roles. Now, every team tweaks the position to fit their system. And if you don't adapt instantly, you're out. It doesn't stop there. You're expected to guard elite perimeter players, fight through screens, chase shooters all game, and then turn around and be the spark plug on offense, even when you haven't touched the ball for 5 straight possessions. And what happens when the team adds a new star? You're the first one asked to sacrifice. Take fewer shots. Play more defense. Let the point guard create. But when the offense stalls, all eyes still turn to you. Why didn't you take over? You can't win that on top of that. Shooting guards are often the scapegoats when the team underperforms. The star gets a pass, the point guard gets leadership points, and the big man is doing his job. But you didn't shoot well enough. You didn't rotate fast enough. You didn't show up in the clutch. Even when you're producing, you're under pressure to do more. You hit 5 threes? Why not 7? You play good D? Well, he still scored 20. There's no ceiling to the expectations and no floor to the criticism. And the worst part, all your sacrifices, all your versatility, effort, and adjustments, they often go unnoticed. You become the glue of the team, but never the centerpiece that you're not the engine to do the multi-tool in the glove box. Crucial in emergencies, forgotten when the job's done, that's the bitter reality for today's shooting guards. You do everything and still feel like you're nothing. As we deeply disked all things in 5 sections. So now you know, behind the highlight reels, behind the clutch shots, behind the jerseys flying off the shelves, being a shooting guard isn't just a glamorous title, that it's a grind. A lonely, unforgiving, ever-changing grind that you're expected to be perfect without being selfish, aggressive without overstepping, loud enough to lead, but quiet enough to follow. And even when you deliver, it's usually the star point guard or dominant center who gets the glory. The shooting guard is stuck in a tug-of-war between the old-school legends and the new age systems that you're chasing the ghost of Kobe, living in the shadow of Jordan, while being asked to play like Clay, defend like Drew, and disappear like Danny Green, all in one game. And when things go wrong, you're the first to blame, but that's why it sucks to be a shooting guard. But here's the thing. If you're out there grinding, running off screens, guarding the best player, knocking down tough shots, sacrificing, adjusting, getting no credit, but doing it anyway, we see you because in the chaos of modern basketball, the shooting guard is still one of the toughest, most misunderstood roles on the floor. And that's exactly why we're here to tell the truth, to pull back the curtain, and to finally give these roles the spotlight they deserve. This is StuckFiles, and this was why it sucks to be a shooting guard.